I'm about to break down a secret trick to use with your zone drop settings that's going to allow you to play lockdown defense and get improved coverage in Madden 24. Let's get into it now. YouTube, what is up? It is your boy Duke, back here from sportsgamers.com. And if you're having trouble on defense, if you're struggling on coverage, I can pretty much guarantee you're using your zone drops wrong. Yes, 99% of Madden 24 players right now don't know how to use their zone drop settings, and they're unaware of this secret trick you can do to improve your defense through zone drops, right? Zone drops are huge, and I feel like most players this year just don't know what they're doing, because I would say 9 out of 10 people who watch these types of videos, they're going to tell you, hey, go put your flats on 30, put your curl flats on 5, put your hooks on 10 or 15, right? We've all heard this so many times this year. It's kind of been drilled into our brains that this is what we need to do. Now, this style of defense has many problems. Most people that want to run this are going to go ahead and have something like this where their flats are backed up at 30 yards, and then they're going to have like a linebacker or a slot corner and a 5-yard curl flat underneath. Now, this defense has many problems, and in today's video, I'm going to explain why, and I'm also going to show you guys a secret trick to play lockdown coverage through zone drops that you don't know about. And if you want more high-level Madden 24 content like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel, drop me a like, comment on the video, and if I get to 500 likes on this video, I will break down another secret to success for playing lockdown coverage in Madden 24. Now, the first problem you have with this type of defense is when you zone drop your curl flats to 5 yards, they do not do a good job of playing the flat. And what I mean by that is they just drift too far versus an actual hard flat is going to play the actual flat much better. Now, there's just many different ways you can see this. One of the easiest ones is if I just try to do a simple out route. You guys can just see a simple out route should not be getting open against a 5-yard flat, but it does. Another way you're going to see this is if I just try to throw a flat route over the middle of the field, you're going to see that these curl flats, they just drift too far away from the actual flat area of the field that they need to guard, right? You really need to have hard flat ability to be able to take away the flats effectively on this year's game. And when you zone drop your flats, your actual flats at 30 yards, and you're relying on curl flats at 5, it's just not going to do this. The second problem we have is when you use this type of defense, you have no way to stop a quick corner route. When you're playing this type of defense, you're essentially trying to sell out, and you're really just trying to stop that super deep corner route, like the deep corner route on flood. You know, something like this. You're just trying to make sure you don't get beat over the top. Now, the problem is like, yes, you might be able to take away those deep corner routes, as you guys can see here. By doing this, the problem becomes, though, if you're going to play defense like this, you have no chance to stop an intermediate type corner route. And what I mean by that is the double corner concept, which is very popular right now. You know, you see guys coming out on plays like corner strike with a quick corner, then hot route into deeper corner. And like, yeah, you could probably do a pretty good job of taking away the deeper corner because your flat is backed up and it's zone drop 30 yards. But when you only have a 5-yard curl flat option left, you have no way to stop that 10 to 15-yard corner route. And this is why you're probably getting eaten up on the sidelines, is because this route is going to get open underneath that every single time. And you have no ability to change your zone drops to stop this. So how can we go about utilizing our zone drops better so we can take away the deep sideline, the quick flat, and the intermediate quicker corner on the sideline as well, so there's no holes? Well, this is what you're going to want to do. So the way you're going to want to use your zone drops is you're really only going to want to zone drop your curl flats. And I know this is like counterintuitive to what most people tell you, but you actually want to leave your flats on default and your hooks on default, and you want to put your curl flats on either 15 or 20. I kind of rotate between the two. For this, I'll just put it on 15. Using your zone drops like I'm suggesting right here, only putting your curl flats on 15 and then leaving flats and hook zones on default is definitely very different from anything you hear other people saying, but I'm about to show you guys why this is so much better. So you can utilize this zone drop setting trick from pretty much any defense you want. I think it's most effective with certain cover 3 defenses. So one of the ones I really like a lot, and again, you guys can see I also have auto flip off of base alignment, is going to be out of the dime. And it's going to be the, basically it's going to be the cover 3 buzz seam. I like using it from cover 3 defenses where one of the safeties is in a hook zone, because I can use that hook zone defender as kind of my wild card to defend whatever my opponent is doing. So let's just take a look at how I can use this play to defend a lot of the meta stuff out there. So first of all, I want you guys to remember how easy it was to throw a flat at a 5-yard curl flat zone dropped. So do you want to become a better Madden player and win more games? If so, check out my premium Madden strategy website, sportsgamers.com. I've built sportsgamers.com to provide you with the best Madden tips, best Madden ebooks and schemes, all from the pros at the lowest price possible. I have helped thousands upon thousands of Madden players improve their games, and I can help you as well. Our VIP Madden membership is our best offer yet. This membership will include all of our Madden ebooks all year long and hundreds of weekly Madden Vault tip updates to keep you ahead of the game. Click the link in the description and use coupon code DUKE for 10% off your order. So the first thing you want to do is, when you're in this type of cover 3 defense, make sure that the safety in the hook zone is on the side of the field where the strong offensive formation is. So like if they're in a bunch or a trips where there's 3 receivers on one side, make sure you flip the play to make sure the safety in the hook zone is on either the bunch or trips receiver side. After that, you want to press your coverage, and then you're going to shade your coverage underneath. Now, this is going to give you basically cover 3 pressed with the slots and hard flats, and then the safety in the hook curl. Now, you're going to use this linebacker over the middle, and by default, like if we just left it like this, we would have the deep sideline defended by the corner baseline press in the deep zone. You want to make sure he has a deep out zone knockout, and then we'd have the quick flat defended by the hard flat. Now, I want you guys to notice the difference between a hard flat and a 5-yard curl flat. So, if I just try to quickly throw a flat, you can see that hard flat gets underneath it, and he's going to break that up or pick that every time. The curl flat, and this is why the curl flats suck, they drift back and kind of upwards. Like, they don't really get underneath the flat like a hard flat does. That's why a hard flat is 1,000 times better at actually defending the flat. Now, over here, you can see this corner in the deep zone, he's going to take away that deep corner out on the sideline. Even if he gets a little separation, if you have deep out zone KO, he's going to knock it out. So, like, we really don't have to worry about the flat or the deep sideline. All we really need to worry about is that area, that tender little spot about 10 to 15 yards downfield, where we can get exploited by a quick corner route such as you see on corner strike. So the only really area by default you can get exploited is if somebody has a quick corner route like on corner strike that attacks the sideline at like 10 or 15 yards. Now I'm going to show you guys how you can take this away and still defend the flat and the deep sideline all at the same time in a second. But just so you guys can see, like, if by default you just play something like this, yeah, the the intermediate shallow sideline area can be exploited. Now you have essentially 2 options to take this away. Option number 1, let's say that you need to defend the hard flat area, the deep sideline, and the intermediate sideline. This is why these zone drops are the best. So what I'm going to do is come out, just press my coverage, shade my coverage underneath, give me hard flats, and then I'm going to put that safety that's in a hook zone into a curl flat. Now remember, I've zone dropped my curl flats to either 15 or 20 yards, depending upon what I've chosen to do, and you will see that this safety in the 15 to 20 yard curl flat will defend that area that they're trying to abuse with that quick corner. So if I run the exact same play, you'll see I have a flat, a deep corner, a quick corner, and a seam. You'll see that there's nothing open here. My whole job as the user is to defend the middle of the field. That's about it. But let's just look at how this defense defends this route combo. And like, honestly, guys, you should know, like, right now, this is the most popular route combo in the whole game. Like, everyone is trying to run something like this. And you guys can see, that's a pick or a broken up pass every single time. Now, so that's option 1. I'm about to show you guys option 2, but let me just show you guys why this is so effective. So, first off, remember, I shaded my coverage underneath that both of the slot corners and hard flats. So again, you guys can see like the running backs out the backfield, that's covered. Now, you know, obviously most people have seams because this is cover 3. Like you can see the safeties rotating to take away the seam. Now, the deep corner by 85, right? Notice how he's going to be locked down on the sideline by my corner in the zone, the deep zone. Like, even if he does get a little bit of separation, you'll see, like, deep zone KO will knock that out. But most importantly, the 15-yard curl flat got underneath the short corner out and was able to pick this off, break it up. Mid-zone KO is really, really good on that player, but I don't even have that in this video, so it's not 100% necessary. Now, you have another option as well, and this option is good if you really don't worry about the quick flat and are only worried about the deep sideline and the intermediate sideline. So, let's say you're only worried about taking away, like I said, the corner routes, and there's not really a flat. Well, if that's the case, what you can actually do is you can shade your coverage down and then up to give yourself cloud flats, and then individually back up the cloud flat. So like here, we have a cloud flat instead of a hard flat. Now, a cloud flat is going to react about 10 to 15 yards downfield, same way as that little zone drop purple. The difference is like you need him backed up, because if he's on the line of scrimmage, he might get beat to the sideline. So you want to individually back up the cloud flat on the side that you're worried about getting beat by the corner route. So to do that, you hit your coverage audible, triangle or Y, individual button, which for me is X, and then the slot receiver's icon, which is R1. Flick up on the right stick will back him up. Now you might say to yourself, well, Duke, like what if I'm worried about the sideline on one side, but then the flat on the other side? Well, then you could just individually playmaker the other corner that's in the cloud flat back to a hard flat. So let's say you're worried about the flat on the left, the cloud flat you need on the right. Well, if I want a hard flat on the left, after I shade down and up to put both of them in cloud flats, all I can do is just go to my quick adjustments, triangle, triangle, or YY, hit that slot corner's icon on the left that I want in a hard flat, L1, and then I can hit left on the left stick, and now he's in a hard flat. So now I have a hard flat, cloud flat combo. So you guys are going to see that if they're not really attacking the right flat, maybe only the left flat, you can do something like this to where you actually have the hook zone and then the cloud flat to take away the sideline, right? And this is good if you're not worried about the quick flat on the right. So let's just take a look at how this works. So you guys can see, once again, that cloud flat kind of does the same thing. He gets underneath that deep corner, the shallower corner to pick it off. And if we take a look at the replay, you'll see that the deep corner out was going to be taken away once again by our defender in the deep zone. So you guys can see Hayward Bay on the deep corner. He's locked up by Moss. Then Derwin James is locking up Calvin Johnson. I have my hook zone that's sitting in the seam area with the safety rotating. And then, guys, because like I said, well, what if they have a flat route to the left of the screen? Notice how that corner on the left in the slot, he's in a hard flat. I'm just sitting over the short middle. Once again, there's nothing open, and you're going to either have to throw a pick or take a sack. Now, you can even apply this to blitzing cover 3 defenses. There's many ways to apply these zone drops. This is just one of my personal favorites and one of the easiest ways to do it. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button. Until next time, it's your boy Duke, and I'm out of here.